What's up, Yesterland fans? I'm Neil, and on today's episode of The Toys That Made Sense, we're finishing off with Bobby Vala's Valaverse Action Force 2B action figures. That's right, I got the remainder figures in hand. Now, as you saw in my last video with Desertrat, we got him, I threw it together, and we put a quick video out because I just needed a review on it because they were dropping everywhere and shipping everywhere. So I wanted to finish off the series, and the way we're going to do it is I'm going to release these in 3 videos. So these next 3 videos you see coming out are going to be Action Force, and it's going to be the remainder of the action figures in that line. So starting with, we're going to be reviewing Trigger here today. This is who we're going to review today on this video. And then we're going to move into the Delta Trooper and the weapons accessory pack. So we'll be going over those. We got the Delta Trooper gear set. And then we will be finishing off the video series with the Garrison Cavalry action figures. So really looking forward to it. But like I said, on today's episode, we are going to be strictly going over Trigger. So sit back, grab your favorite beverage and snack, and I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, we got Trigger out of the box here, and let's get right into it. Starting with the accessories down here from right to left, we'll work around in a circle, back to Trigger. Here we go, we got Trigger's rifle here. Nice sculpt on this gun. Spinning it around, taking a look at it. Good detail. We got some nice detail in the grip there. We can definitely see the ammunition, the bullets coming up out of the casing. The magazine, look at that. That's really, really cool. Slips right up there under it, and it lines up perfectly back into where the bolt goes. So, let's see, does it? Yeah, it should. It just came out of there. So, looks like it's just a little pressure grip type setup. So, yeah, really cool. Moving along, we get it a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 sets of hands. We have the hands that came stock on the character inside the box. Open, looks like it's probably set up for the pistol. Then we have some semi-open hands here, as you can tell. Nice sculpt and design on those tactical looking gloves, like if they're 511s or whatnot. Then we get some nice closed hands here again. This could either be the pistol or maybe the rifle. I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have to play with that. And then we get the traditional closed, excuse me. We get the closed fist hands here. So if you wanted to put them in a punching action mode. Moving along, we get this accessory of the bipod that goes on the front of the rifle here. And it looks like it just clips right on the front there underneath the barrel. Let's see. Does it go a certain way? I don't want to break it. Oh, there we go. Boom. Bipod. So you can set him up and make it look like he's laying down on the ground, getting ready to take somebody out. Maybe a scarab or something like that. Then moving along, we get Trigger's nice headset here, kind of like on what Tim Kennedy has on his character on Duster. We could put that on his head. We'll show all those accessories here in a minute. And then we get, or all those options, and then we get his pistol here. Now, I don't know what kind of pistol this is, so I'm not going to even speculate on it, but it kind of reminds me like a taser. So, anyways, moving along, we get the Action Force traditional stand here that Bobby throws in on all of his action figures, which is very cool. But I will say right out of the box, Trigger, he stood up just fine. So let's move right into Trigger. Moving Trigger up. Moving from the feet to the head. Trigger in his nice camo design jean here. We get the traditional sculpt on the boot and the leg, so you get all the different articulation. Now I will say Trigger was a little bit more stiff than Desertrat when I pulled him out, but you know how to do it. Either use a heat gun, a little bit of warm water, something like that. You'll get the idea. He'll loosen up. But yeah, he was a little stiff, pulling him right out of the package. So we get his nice sculpt on his legs. You get that articulation. I am not going to move his knees too much because he is stiff, and at least the right leg is, and I don't want to take the chance of snapping any hinges in there or whatnot, but the left leg moves pretty good. Moving up, we get the nice holster here for his pistol, so we'll go ahead and put that in there now. That goes right in there like that. That nice thigh-high pistol or thigh pistol holster. That's pretty cool. Sits in there just nicely. Over here we got a nice little field pack or medic pack, whatever it could be. Your imagination will let you know what it is. Moving up, we get up to his waist. He has a belt around his waist here, as you can see on the back. He's got that strap there. I don't know if anything hangs off of that off the top of my head, how that would be used, or if that's just for accessorizing, just to give him that more authentic look. Moving up onto the chest, we get his field pack, backpack strap type setup with all his different bags on it. And these could be, you know, whatever, extra magazines for the rifle and all that in there and whatnot. Moving up the arms, we got great detail and design on his arms. He spins 360 here, up and down. Like I said, he's a little stiff coming out of the package, so I'm not going to move too much on, but you get the gist of it. Great articulation in the moving of the arm kind of sideways, so you can pose them out different ways and whatnot. So I really like that. That's one of the things that I really love about the Valaverse line, how you can basically manipulate this guy, you know, or their action figures into pretty much any friggin' pose that you want to. Moving up to the head, great friggin' face sculpt here. Bobby's design team, his sculptors, man, they are just killing it with these face design. I mean, this guy, you look at him, you go, man, where have I seen him? Like, he really looks like he was one of those, you know, special forces guys or, you know, Blackwater Ops guys in some, you know, movie that you might have watched, like, you know, Zero Dark 30 or, you know, anything, any one of those movies. He looks like he could fit in that movie or has come out of that movie. Great sculpt on Trigger there. That beard, the eyes, the expression on the face. He just looks like he's just one fucking badass dude, man. So, anyways, flipping him around. He's got the backward baseball cap. Now, that baseball cap does not come off. He's got those sunglasses on there, and he's just got that resting bitch face. Like, man, don't fuck with me. I'll fuck some shit up. But anyways, if I have any complaint here on any of this sculpt and this design, it's basically two that I know that were really, really noticeable from the get-go. And that would be in his crotch area. If you look at it, it looks very thin, and his legs, you know, you can kind of almost see through, excuse me, all the way back to his backside here. I noticed that, you know, kind of jumped out at me right when I pulled it out of the box. So, but it's, you know, it's not a deal breaker, and I get why Bobby and his team had to design it that way. It's because it gives him more flexibility in posing and getting into those poses. So you can't look at the immediate maybe eyesore, but you got to look at the longevity of it, what you're going to be able to do with this action figure, how you're going to be able to pose it, how you're going to be able to interact it with your dioramas or your other action figures. So don't set focus on maybe the eyesore right out the get-go, but look at the possibilities that you'll be able to make that eyesore turn into, you know, a positive experience for you with displaying them with your action figures. The other thing would be probably his shoulders here. I would have liked to maybe seen those come down a little bit flatter on the shoulder, but I get it. Again, this goes to being able to manipulate those arms and those biceps and put those into different poses. When you have it fully, you know, sculpted and enclosed, you are not going to be able to move that action figure. He basically turns into like a 3-point, you know, action figure. He would only be able to go up and go to the back, and that's it. That's all you would have. You wouldn't be able to move his arm out to the side. You wouldn't be able to, you know, bend that arm and give it like he's coming around with the punch or, you know, however you spin it. So that's why that's been designed like that, okay? It's so that arm, that upper muscle arm area can maneuver. So again, yes, it's kind of an eyesore when you look at it. It looks like he's got gills or wings coming off his shoulder, but again, think past look past the obvious, right? It's so you can pose this figure however you want. Now, as you move the muscle up a little bit more, like so, it kind of hides that gap there in the shoulder. Like if he's coming out with like a big old bear hug, but we know realistically that's not how you're going to display it. So anyways, overall, I love this character. He is one of my favorite. I love the face. Out of all of his designs, Bobby's designs, I think so far, this trigger face head is running in first place, in my opinion. And then I would probably go with like Desertrat is number 2, then probably Tim Kennedy, and then going into like Sergeant Slaughter, you know. So, because we've seen Sergeant Slaughter done a bazillion times, but Bobby nailed it out of the park with Sergeant Slaughter too. But I want to rank Trigger up there as probably one of the best head and face sculpts. So that's it, folks, for this video. Stay tuned for the other ones that are going to be coming out, the Delta Trooper and the Garrison Cavalry. So until next time, I'll see you guys in Yesterland.